This is Colleen House.
And this is Megan Ward. Welcome to our graduation ceremony. We have been waiting for this day for a long time now.
But I'll be honest, I don't really care much for the ceremonial stuff.
You don't?
No, I mean, come on, what is a graduation ceremony anyways?
Well, it's a combination of beauty and...
Blah, blah, blah. No. The graduation ceremony is an event where the commencement speaker tells hundreds, 37 or so, students that dressed in identical caps and gowns that individuality is the key to success. Every year, the same things get said. Cliché phrases like, spread your wings and fly. Or my personal favorite, we now start a new chapter of our lives. But what am I, a book? Such phrases are accompanied by something along the lines of, be true to yourself and you will succeed. Or, if the speaker is feeling really scandalous, he or she will quote Madonna. I stand for freedom of expression and doing what you believe in. But let's be real. When was Madonna ever caught dead in a cap and gown? I mean, these gowns cover way too much skin for her interpretation of freedom of expression anyways.
I think that is beside the point.
You're right, it is.
I'm always right.
Okay. But my point is that graduation is just a concept.
And a really good excuse to get money from your second cousin twice removed.
True. In real life, we graduate every day. It is a process that goes on throughout our lives. Think about it. We've graduated from crawling to walking.
And from diapers to pull-ups and then to being potty trained.
From elementary school, well, in our case, straight to high school.
We went from never being able to talk face-to-face with our boyfriends to not being able to unlock lips.
From sneaking off campus to lunch to being able to drive off campus for lunch.
With no one in your car, right, Megan?
Right. That was an expensive lesson. Anyway, those are just some of the big milestones. Think about all the things big and small that we, as a class, have been through together.
All those field trips. Trips to the museums, fish hatcheries, Patrick's Point, Outdoor Ed, Sutter's Fort, Disneyland, and the senior trip are just a few. But it was never about where we went. It was about who we spent our time with and the memories that we made. Our past has made us who we are.
Actually, Colleen, I disagree. I think it was about those mistakes we've made and what we've learned from them that's made us who we are today. So I guess that can't be considered the past, so you're right again. But we've learned things like never go sledding without snow, never TP a cop's house, resisting the urge to play catch with pine cones, and never fall asleep in Mr. Mahaffey's class. That was a mistake.
Oh yeah, and for some future reference, don't argue with Mr. Hike, our PE teacher, because he's always right.
Always right.
Speaking of sports, our classes all participated in many athletic endeavors throughout the years. Some of us started at JV and worked our way up to varsity, while others chose to stand on the sidelines to cheer on their fellow jocks. We will never forget those victorious Friday night football games where they won.
Our interests in athletics take root in our recess days during elementary school. Us girls swung on doors during recess, we shoved each other off the playground during Hot Lava Monster, and kicked each other's butts during intense recreated episodes of the Power Rangers. I think we all remember the yellow square.
As years passed, our mishaps got worse. We graduated from throwing pencils and sneaking candy to being in the hallways without a pass. We were always being watched.
We went from being monitored 24/7 as little tykes to having freedom to be monitored again 24/7 by hallway cameras, which some believe to be false and would make certain gestures to them, resulting in their detention.
Okay, Megan, elementary school was still fun, even though we were being monitored. I mean, all those birthday parties, filled days, trading Pokemon cards at End Zone where Canton always dominated. I mean, how many of us are still wishing that the gingerbread man and the leprechauns were running around the hallways?
Me, actually. But sometimes you have to accept life and move on. Move on to high school. 7th grade, we got our first lockers to replace those dreadful cubbies. The fish lab was right by those lockers, and I don't think any of us will ever forget the disgusting smell.
8th grade was a little better because you got to turn the corner and get a halfway decent smelling hall. Still, walking up that ramp towards the senior hallway was unbearable. You try to remain calm and keep to yourself to avoid any upperclassmen interaction. In 9th grade, we moved up the ramp onto the same level as all the other upperclassmen. 10th and 11th grade, we progressed down the hall, moving up a bench each year.
Then we became seniors. We owned the benches. Actually, we owned the school. Your turn. Just give me a second. Okay.
Okay, look how far we've come. Yellow squares at attention, walking to driving, Smelly halls to surveillance halls to senior halls. And with each we've graduated a little more, while making lasting memories along the way. The pain, the smiles, the tears, the laughters have all given us life-altering experiences. With each step we have taken over the last 6 years, we have just moved towards the next. Today is just an exaggerated step, a leap towards the future.